All right, who's up next? That would be L.
Hello.
What's up?
So, there is so many things that we could say for sure for things that lots of people should know that lots of people don't know. And some of the things that people have been bringing up, I think, do a very good job of starting to paint the picture that this Allah fella mentioned in Islam is nothing like the true God of the Bible, is nothing like the loving, good, um, just, and merciful God of the Bible. But I think this is a passage that most people have never heard about before, but is respected by scholars and is in some of the most respected hadith. It's in one of the all-time most respected tafsir, and really, really shows just who Allah is. So I don't know if you have that pulled up, David, or if you
Um,
want me to share my screen.
one second. Is this? I have the passages that people shared before, but which one? I didn't write down which one were for who. So tell me what the reference is, and I'll pull it up.
Yeah, so it's the tafsir for um let's see, for Ibn Kathir
Okay. Is
for
that the
Surah
reason? Is
93
that the reason?
1.
Surah 93? Yeah, I got that. Let's see which one was it, and I can put it up on the screen, and you can break it down. Let's see. Is it this one?
So yeah,
There you
this
go.
is on
There we go.
Quran.com.
I
This
didn't.
is on
I just pulled it. I just pulled up the same passage on Q Tafsir, so it should be the same.
okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say though, it's on Quran.com, it's on QuranX.com, it's on a ton of Muslim websites. So this isn't some obscure thing where it's on a Christian website. This is on Muslim websites, this is in Muslim books, this is affirming Muslim sources that date back way back. And so what we see is we see the context for Surah 93. And so it reads, um, Imam Ahmed recorded from Jundub that he said the Prophet became ill, so
June
he did
Dub's a
not
cool name.
stand for prayer.
That's an underused name. Like, hey, what's up, June Dub? Oh, sorry about that.
Here I was worried about mispronouncing it, but it sounds cool even if it's wrong. Um, so Imam Ahmed recorded from Junbub that he said, sorry, Jundub, that he said the Prophet became ill, so he did not stand for prayer for a night or two. Then a woman came and said, "Oh, Muhammad, I think that your devil has finally left you." So
Based.
Allah revealed, by the forenoon, by the night when it darkens, your Lord has neither forsaken you nor hates you. So, pausing right there before we go to the next line, which is super important. But this woman is saying, Muhammad, I think your devil has finally left you. And Muhammad doesn't respond, what devil? Allah doesn't respond, what devil? They respond, Allah revealed that your Lord has neither forsaken you nor hates you. Muhammad and Allah are admitting to being the devil. And this is in one of the top tafsirs in the world. And if we read the next line, we see this um, Al-Bukhari, Muslim, Jamiat Tirmidhi, Anasai, Ibn Abi Hatim, I'm awful at pronouncing these things, and Ibn Jarir all recorded this hadith. And the list here, those are just the ones that have this wording. Again, affirming that when Muhammad is questioned about the devil finally leaving him, his devil finally leaving him, that Allah's like, no, it's cool, dude, I'm still here. So that's huge. Like, I don't understand how people aren't talking about this. That Muhammad and Allah both confess to Allah being the devil.
So does everyone understand the reasoning here? It would be that, like, if I if I come to you and I say, "Hey, that Satan that's been inspiring you has left you," and then the response is, "No, I haven't left you." It's kind of like you're admitting to being Satan. It's not. No, I'm not Satan at all. Stop lying. I'm not Satan. What do you mean? And so it's a woman says, "Hey, Muhammad, your devil finally left you." And then Muhammad gets revealed. "No, I haven't. I haven't finally left you. I will always be here with you, Muhammad." Pretty creepy.
It really is, though.
I
Like,
know.
have you guys heard people talking about this? Because I haven't. This is wild. But it's in big names. Like, it's in all of those places. This is Mutawatir. This is highly respected to the point where if you question the veracity of this,
Hold
then
up, hold up, hold up. I remember I had an idea and then I forgot about it. But that's awesome, right? You know how I don't know if you guys know, but you walk into like 7-Eleven or a little convenience store and they'll have little performance pills and stuff like this. You could put those in a little drink and call it Mutta water for for people who are practicing Mutta, and they could it will help them go all night long like the old Zut. So we can have Zut energy and then Mutta water. Be awesome.
oh man, I think at the Ohio conference this year I was gonna put out signs that said Moodalist Mudawater. But I think I forgot to do that. I was also gonna have like kaffir coffee and all this stuff, but yeah,
Yeah,
next
for,
year.
for anyone who doesn't know, yeah, for everyone who doesn't know, if you're new here, Mutawatir is like it's for hadiths that are basically transmitted so widely and stuff. They have a special status of authenticity and so on. But it sounds like Mutawatir. Mutta is prostitution. You can hire you can basically marry a girl for a few hours to have sex with her. So that's mutta. And so if you needed some sort of little energy shot for if you want the power of the zut while you're practicing mutta, then you could have mutta water. Anyway, all right. We come up with I don't if look, man, if you're in a Muslim country that practices this stuff, I don't know why someone wouldn't come up with a brilliant idea for those little energy shots. Anyway, all right, go ahead. Go ahead. El.
Well, real quick, somebody in the chat said, "Bro, my nun grandma was watching, and now she clinging to the rosary." But I mean, hopefully, if you get it in the chat, like, do you guys see this? Like, this just can't be us seeing this. That yeah, the confession of who Allah is, and we also see this. This isn't just like the only place to get it. Although I think, I mean, how much more straightforward could you get? But as we mentioned with the Islamic dilemma, I mean, go to any of the verses in the Quran that affirm the Islamic dilemma that we must that we're commanded that we must judge by the gospel and the Torah. And when we go to the gospel and the Torah, we see repeatedly um, who God is and also who the enemy is. And when we look back at the Islamic sources, we see that Allah aligns with Satan. And it tries to make Satan look like the good guy and Jesus look like the bad guy. And it is wild. When we go to, I don't know if you want me to share it or not, but various places, like for example, John 8:44, we see Jesus saying, when he's talking to those who are rejecting him, "You are of your father the devil, and your will is to do your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning and does not stand in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks out of his own character, for he is a liar and the father of lies." I mean, who does this sound like to you? This is like pretty much copy paste Allah's characters. He's a murderer. He commands murder. Muhammad said, all throughout the hadith that he was made victorious through terror, that he struck into the hearts of enemies. Allah says that he wins by terror, that he will wage terror against others. We see that Allah claims to be the best of the deceivers, that he brags about how well he deceives people and how many people he deceives. And we even see that no one is safe from the deception of Allah except those that are perishing, which, what does that even mean if the ones who are perishing are only perishing because they've been deceived? Unless, again, that it's that they are, so sin free that they need to be wiped out of existence by those who sin. It's just wild stuff. And yet, when we look at the gospel again that we're commanded to judge by, we see that Jesus is still truly pure, as the Quran would reference, but we also see that he is God himself. And so my request to you guys is recognize even Islam itself. It's not Islamophobia. It's not Islamophobia. It's not Islamophobic to recognize that Allah is Satan. In fact, if you don't recognize this Allah is Satan, then you are Islamophobic. You are fearful of the scriptures in Islam, if you even want to call them that, of the source texts within Islam. So yeah, recognize that Allah is Satan and reject him. Do not let him be your father. He's not a father anyway. He doesn't want to be your baby daddy. So reject him and come to the true father that we see in scripture, to the Father, Son, and Spirit, to Yahweh, your creator, who loves you enough to sacrifice himself for you and who Allah could not wipe out of existence despite his best attempts.
All right, everyone. So that's Elle's contribution for Islamophobia Awareness Month. I'll put it on the screen one more time. Look at this. Look how easy it is to take a screenshot and share this and ask your Muslim friends why Allah admitted that he is, in fact, Muhammad's devil. He didn't say, no, what are you talking about? I'm not a devil. He said, yeah, I'm your Lord, the devil. Based. All right.
I just wanted to comment on that. It ties in a bit to our one of our topics as well, because one of the reasons why Muhammad was afraid of Aisha, there's another version of this where it's sometimes they switch the characters a little bit, like it's this wife or that wife. Well, one of them was with Aisha, and I remember Father Zachariah Butros, when he's talking about this story, he was like narrating it in a really hilarious way, but which I won't be able to imitate, but it was really funny how he said it. And essentially, you have Muhammad saying that everybody has the devil, and then Aisha's like, everybody has a devil? He's like, yeah, everybody has the devil. And he's like, oh, Prophet of Allah, so you have a devil too, right? And he's like, he was trying to point out that Aisha would always trap him, and this is like one of the reasons why he probably was so afraid of her, because she would always trap him. So he's like, you have a devil too. He's like, yes, I have a devil, but my devil converted to Islam. That's the that hadith of the relationships there. So he kind of got busted by Aisha, and even with this story as well. So I could see why he was afraid of her. She kept pointing out all his stupidities.
But meanwhile, Jesus is the one that Satan couldn't even touch when Jesus was in the womb. Satan couldn't even touch him, unlike every other person who's ever existed. So yeah, that's Muhammad was more than touched by a demon.
A bunch of them, actually.
In the L-suit sense, too, but...
Yep, so... there's interesting ways to tie many of these passages together, ladies and gentlemen. For all you content creators out there, things are wide open.